Hi everyone, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. Today we're going to do something kind of fun, a little bit different. We're going to do a yes or no reading. So this reading is going to answer your question, whatever question you have on your mind. We're going to try to get you a yes or no answer for your question. These are going to be very general readings, so I'll do my best to interpret the cards to give you as many scenarios as might be going on in your particular case. So I've got 4 different piles for you to choose from today. Pile 1 is the Modern Witch Tarot. Pile 2 is the Golden Universal Tarot. Pile 3 is the Rainbow Tarot. And pile 4 is the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. All right, go ahead and pause the video if you need. Think of what question you want answered and meditate on each of these decks to see which pile is for you. I will see you in your reading. Hi Group 1, if you picked the Modern Witch Tarot deck, then this is your reading. We're going to get a yes or no answer for whatever question is on your mind. Let's just hop right in while I shuffle. Think about the question that you want answered, and we'll just see what comes out. Oh, had a card flip. Oh, 2 cards. Okay, the Tower upright, and the Wheel of Fortune upright. What is the answer to Group 1's question? Yes or no for Group 1? 7 of Wands in reverse. The Fool upright. Okay. The Hanged Man and 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see Group 1. Okay, right off, I'm feeling like the answer to your question is a yes. And that's just because most of your cards came out in the upright position. The only card that showed up in reverse is the 7 of Wands. Okay. So these readings can be a little bit difficult because there's so many different scenarios that could be at play here. There's so many people that can see this video, and this reading is timeless. So I'll do my best to try to interpret these cards and give you as many possibilities as I can. Right off, though, I'm really sensing that there is a new beginning headed your way. Big time. It looks like with this Tower here, and this being the first card out, that you may have been through a major upheaval, and this might have something to do with the question that's on your mind. Like, if something's going to turn around, is it going to work out? Because at this point you might be feeling like you're in a state of complete confusion and destruction, like something has fallen apart. So this could be a relationship ending and you not knowing what direction to go in, or like if it's going to be repaired. This could be a romantic relationship or your family or friends. This could be the end of a job or a sudden change in your career. And it's something that when it happened, it looked like it's like the end of the world. Like you're looking at this as something that completely destroyed everything regarding this topic. Your next card is the Wheel of Fortune. And this came out in the upright position. So this really tells me, especially coming right after the Tower, this tells me that things are going to turn around for you. Whatever this thing is here that happened, this Tower moment, the thing that felt like the end of everything to you, whatever that is going to turn around. And I love that the Wheel of Fortune came out second, because that just tells me that you don't have that long to wait for this to turn around. So if you've already been waiting for a long time, this is going to come as a relief. If you haven't been waiting, then I feel like that's even better for you, because your mind can be put at ease early on. So if this is like a breakup that occurred last week, you don't have to sit around wondering if things are going to work out for you for months and months. This is telling me that it's going to turn around quickly. So either way, whether this is something you've been dealing with for a long time or it's something brand new, it's definitely going to turn around in your favor and quickly. So you don't need to worry about it too much. This was obviously something that was painful and probably quite abrupt. But the good news is that it's going to turn around. The Seven of Wands really shows me that whatever struggle has been going on, whatever was going on to cause this Tower moment, if it was difficulties in your relationship that ultimately led to a breakup, or if it was conflicts at work that led to you having to move on, whether by choice or not. But given the fact that this Tower showed up, this might not have been by choice. So something in your life changed abruptly, and it wasn't your choice. You didn't feel like you had any control over the situation. It just felt like it was happening to you. So whatever those struggles are, these could be conflicts with other people. They could be internal conflicts that led to this. But you're headed to a place where you're going to be finished with all of that. You're going to be finished with whatever kind of disagreements or arguments, just things that where you couldn't see eye to eye with other people and you may have felt like you were on the defensive all the time. That's going to be coming to an end. Now, as we progress through the reading and we're approached with this Fool card, this really tells me that you're going to be setting out on a brand new path. So your answer is yes. And depending on your situation, it's a yes answer to whatever was already in place in your life that may have had a bit of an upheaval around it. And for some of you, this is something brand new. The yes answer is you're going to be healed and there's going to be less conflict in your life going forward. The wheel's going to turn and it's going to seem almost like luck is on your side now, like things are working out in your favor. For some of you, if this is a relationship, it could mean that you're going to resolve the problems that you had in the relationship, that the person is going to come back, that the fighting and the tension is going to ease, and you're going to find a more harmonious beginning. Kind of like start over, even though it's a relationship that you were in the past, it's going to feel like a brand new beginning. For others of you, that could mean a brand new relationship. It could mean that there's something better coming for you, exactly what you had asked for, because the Wheel of Fortune is going to deliver exactly what you had asked for here in this upright position, kind of giving you, it's almost like a lucky charm. Like now you've got a lucky charm and things are working out in your favor. And this new relationship is not going to be filled with all of the conflict and the fighting and the disagreements that the last one was. If this is maybe related, maybe your question is related to your career, and you might have found yourself in a situation where it felt like everyone was against you in your workplace, and that ultimately ended in some kind of Tower moment that was massively shocking and disruptive to you. Well, this Fool card then shows me that you're going to be setting out on a new path, finding a new job or a new collaborative environment that is way more harmonious for you, that doesn't hold this tense Seven of Wands energy. You're putting all of that behind you, so you'll find people to be around that you see eye to eye with, you work well with them, you don't feel like you're on the defensive all the time. This could be a family situation, major upheaval in the breaking up of a family. lots of fighting, but at this point, you're going to be starting out as this Fool, kind of brand new, you know, being able to approach the situation from the standpoint of a clean slate. So that really tells me that you're able to put all this behind you. Whatever new thing is coming into your life, when the wheel turns and things start going more in your favor, whatever that is, it really kind of heals you and allows you to move forward in a way where you're not holding on to past hurts and you're not so focused on this Tower energy. I think that this is something right now that might be playing on your mind a lot. It might be making you feel maybe a little bit sorry for yourself, maybe wondering why this happened to you, wondering if things are going to turn around, and that's a lot of what's on your mind at this point. But you're able to wipe the slate clean and start over, because something's going to take place in your life that's going to kind of just resolve all of that and bring you a lot of peace to the point that you're able to start fresh. Now, as we move through the reading, and we have the Hanged One here, and then the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this yes might come with a tiny bit of a warning. I think that you're going to approach this new stage of your life and then maybe feel a little bit stuck and maybe be contemplating a little bit, and that really could come from just not trusting the fact that things have actually turned around for you. Like if you were having a lot of conflicts with your family members, let's say, and suddenly there's ease and there's no more tension and everything's flowing well, you might feel a little bit hesitant to make a move because you're so afraid that this Tower energy is going to come back into the picture. Or if your romantic relationship is suddenly sailing along beautifully, you might be kind of waiting and not fully being yourself, afraid to kind of rock the boat because you don't want to go back to this place. It looks like you don't have that much to worry about, because the Seven of Pentacles is telling me that you might be waiting a little bit for more blessings to pour into your life when the blessings are really already there. So really trust this when you sense that things have turned around, when everything kind of calms down for you and you're putting this Seven of Wands energy behind you and you're putting the Tower behind you. Just try to stay focused on this Fool energy, this this kind of free-spirited energy that is ready and willing and eager to just see what happens next, to go on the journey and let it unfold. Don't get stuck waiting to see, like waiting for your blessings to come in and kind of overlooking that they already have. And this can happen. I mean, it's totally understandable. When we go through something that's really tough and that really upsets us and kind of rocks our world, shakes our foundation, we can feel a little scared again, like that might happen again. But I think that if you stay too focused on the past, you're going to turn this yes into a no, essentially. This is a yes to things working out in your favor. So whatever it is on your mind, whatever your question is, or maybe you're asking a question for somebody else, will it work out in their favor? It will work out in their favor. The only thing that can keep this from working out in your favor or the person that you're asking about, the only thing that's going to stop that would kind of block the blessing here, is being too hesitant to receive it. So if we look at this Fool energy, the Fool is here, eager, arms wide open, ready to receive, ready for whatever is next. And then if we jump down to the Seven of Pentacles energy, you see the way that she's standing there with her arms crossed. She's maybe not very satisfied with these pentacles here that are in front of her. And it's a closed off energy. This is a very open energy. This is an energy ready to receive ready for all of the blessings that are going to pour into this person's life. And this person might be blocking some of those blessings that are coming in, because see, these pentacles are here. They're ready to be picked. There's 7 of them. There's plenty. And yet she's still not completely satisfied. So I do think that that's something important to keep in mind. Don't be hesitant. Don't be leery of what is to come. Don't expect the cycle to repeat itself, because everything's in your favor to suggest that the cycle is not going to repeat itself. And kind of the only thing that you can do to guarantee that it will is to not kind of just loosen up and allow. I think that's really what I want to focus on here, is allow it. Allow the blessings to come in. Allow yourself to believe that things are going to work out for you now, even if it hasn't for a long time in the past. And even if this Tower moment was extremely disruptive to your life and caused you a lot of anguish, even if that happened, go forward into this new phase completely open-minded, open-hearted, and open-armed, like this Fool. So I do want to grab like some advice cards for you, just something for you to think over as you move through this journey. I do think this is happening rather soon. Like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune coming out right after the Tower, it's like correcting whatever this moment was. And these are the only 2 major arcana cards that showed. Oh no, that's not true. The Fool is here. 3 major arcana. So this is definitely the Hanged One. You guys, 4 major arcanas. I don't know why I'm thinking there's only 2. There's 4 here. So that's actually, I mean, something to point out here. This is like heavy energy. This might be something that you have been dealing with for a long time and that has been really impactful for you, because really most of your reading is major arcana, and I'm totally overlooking that and thinking that it's just these 2 cards because they came out together right at the beginning, but it's not. You had 2 come out here. So this is really kind of a balancing of energy, and I'm really like hearing that you need to just go forward with this. Sometimes with the Fool, you need to exercise a little bit more caution. And in this case, I think you've been doing that long enough. I think you really need to accept your blessings and be open-minded about it. And like, be excited about this. Be excited that things are turning around and that exactly what you're hoping for is happening in your life now. Don't get too hung up on what happened before. Easier said than done, I know, but I think you're really going to benefit from that, and maybe a bit of forgiveness, because if some of the people here in the 7 of Wands scenario are still in your life, but they're showing up changed, if your partner is showing up and treating you how you wanted to be treated before, try not to hold a grudge about it. Try to be a little bit forgiving and start over. If things at work suddenly turn around, or you start getting some big breaks and a promotion, try not to, you know, hold a grudge about the fact that you felt overlooked in the past, or that that you just weren't getting along with the people around you. Okay, we have momentum coming out for you. So I think that's exactly what's going on here with this Wheel of Fortune. That's how I view the Wheel of Fortune, is like a sudden push forward. So there's definitely going to be momentum here and in the direction that you want, that you've been looking for. Let's get another card. Definitely, you guys, don't block this, because I really feel like it's something sweet, culmination coming out. So yeah, this is kind of a culmination of a lot of things that have been in the works for a while, and a lot of what you've been hoping for a while. And this might be happening right as you kind of give up hope. And this Tower moment probably was like, if you were hoping for things to turn around and then ultimately you had this really big upset, and this huge crumbling of your foundation, it probably felt like, no, things are not going to turn around. Like that was the sign that things are not turning around for me. But don't take it that way, because you might be giving up right before things finally do turn around. Oh, I had a card jump. Okay, you also have manifest coming out here. So I really think this is what we were talking about here. You're going to manifest from this situation exactly what you want, what you put into it. So if you get this new beginning and you don't hold on to this innocent energy of the Fool, this adventurous, up for anything, ready to explore energy, if you don't hold on to that and you get stuck, then you're going to end up creating in your life exactly what you don't want. You're going to be bringing forward all of this energy from the past and really manifesting that into your life, manifesting it all over again. And that's not what you want to do. You want to notice what's going on around you when things start to turn around, and really focus on that. Don't focus on the past and the fear of the past, because that is bound to bring more of that into your life. Let me see if I can get you one card. I had a bunch of cards fall out, and I just want one. Just one more for you. One more for group one. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if I really completed my thought. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let me complete my thought and then we'll talk about that. I just want to make sure that you understand that where your attention goes, energy flows, and you're going to keep creating that. So it's really important for you to not be holding on to this tower and everything that happened before that, anything that led up to this tower moment. Don't hold grudges and don't hold on to the hurt of that situation. When your new beginning comes in and when things are working in your favor, really believe that, trust that, and start to expect that. Don't expect things to fall apart the way they may have before, because that is a sure way to just create more of that kind of energy where things are falling apart. When something great happens for you, notice that, appreciate that, celebrate that, because that's going to bring more of those good things and those blessings into your life. The only way you can mess this up is to not believe it. That's literally, it's like this is going your way, and the only way it's not is if you start to create and start to manifest more of what you don't want in your life. And I don't think you're going to do that. I think you're going to notice, and I think you've got a lot of energy behind you with this Wheel of Fortune that is pushing things in a very positive direction for you. The last card that came out for you is When You Least Expect It. So I do think we kind of touched on this. Right when you think everything has fallen apart for good, that's when the wheel turns. So really this is going to happen when you least expect it. Don't give up if things aren't looking like they're going in your favor right now. Don't give up, because that could be just the second before it does. And I think all of the positive energy that you can pour into this, you're going to benefit from. Even if things don't look great, be positive about it and keep your eye on what you want to create. Focus on what you want to manifest, not on what is appearing in front of you that looks like a complete disaster, because things are about to turn around, and probably right when they look the worst is when it's going to happen. So group one, you had a yes answer and a lot of positive energy here. I am really excited for you for this momentum that's about to kick off in this new direction. Focus on your blessings. And I think that's it. That's all I have for this reading. So I'm going to leave it there. But yeah, definitely focus on the blessings, focus on the positivity, focus on what is going right. All right, group one, I will see you in your next reading. If you enjoyed this, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, group two. If you picked the Golden Universal Tarot, this is your reading. We're going to try to get your yes or no answer and as many details as to why or what advice you need in regards to this question. So go ahead and think of your question. As I shuffle the deck, we're going to try to get enough cards, probably about 6, to tell the story and give us our answer. So just keep your question in your mind. What is the answer to group 2's question? Yes or no for group 2? Okay. Okay. All right. I had the Tower come out as the first card for group 1. So that's interesting. The King of Swords in reverse, the Lovers upright. Three more cards for group 2. Oh, the Star and the Five of Swords upright. One more card. Okay. The Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Reading the cards in terms of how many cards came out upright versus reversed, your answer would be yes. You only have 2 cards in the reversed position. Let me just take a minute to look at the cards. It's just really surprising to me that the Tower card came out first for both of these readings. So it might be worth it for you to check out group 1 as well, because I don't know, there might be some similarities in this reading. Right off, I feel like there is a high chance that your question has to do with a relationship, because I have the Lovers here, I have the Star here, and a lot of like watery energy with the Eight of Cups. So this is something probably about a relationship, but just any kind of emotionally charged situation. I'm picking up on. So your question could be about anything. You could even be asking about something for someone else. This really might be something about love and relationships. And there definitely was a major disruption that happened. And I think that's what you're asking about. I'm now wondering if the Tower is going to come out in all of the readings, because maybe as a collective, if something very disruptive has gone on, and now people want to know kind of how the situation is going to pan out. But that is really interesting. So looking at these cards, it does look like your situation will turn around in your favor. Ending with this Eight of Cups is a little bit interesting, because this can show somebody walking away from a situation, but this card is also showing up in the reverse. So whether you're walking away or not, I'm not sure, but I am immediately drawn to this Five of Swords and Eight of Cups, because in both cases, it is somebody kind of walking away from a situation, maybe not that satisfied. So I think that this might be a case of a yes, you're going to get what you want. The situation is going to go in your favor according to what you think you want right now. And you may ultimately decide that you've changed your mind about what you want. The Lovers card, although it talks about love and relationships and obviously romantic connections, it's also about choices. So this card being kind of right in the center of your reading, I do get a heavy vibe of this being your choice. I think things are probably as they are now. They're set up to go the way that you think you want them to go. They're set up to kind of heal this Tower moment that has taken place, and kind of help you to build your foundation back, because I think your foundation was rocked by whatever happened here. So this could be, I mean, using the same kind of examples I used in group 1, because it's literally the same card in the same position. So this could have been the end of a relationship, a sudden breakup. This could be sudden conflict and kind of like the destruction of a family dynamic or a friendship. This could be like losing your job, or something with your studies just suddenly falling apart. So this was a change that was kind of thrust upon you. It wasn't something that you chose. It was sudden, and it seemed to rock and disrupt your situation, your foundation. Then with this King of Swords showing up in the reverse, I think that this situation is something that caused you a lot of confusion. The King of Swords is somebody that has a lot of mental clarity. They're sure of what they want to do. And it's like he could bring this sword down with a decision, and it's a firm decision. He's very clear on what he wants. But this is coming up in the reverse. So right after this major disruption to your life, or the person that you're asking about to their life, right after this major disruption, you were likely in a state of confusion, or you're finding yourself there now, completely confused. So I think whatever this question is that you're asking about, there's probably an element of you not even knowing what you want, like not really knowing what the best outcome is in this situation. Then we move on to the Lovers, which really talks about choice. And I think you probably are finding yourself in a situation where there's so much confusion, and something happened that was completely out of your control, out of your hands, and then you're confused about what to do, and you know that you have to make a choice about this. You know you have to make a decision. And you might not know what that is. So the Lover is also talking about partnerships. So of course, romantic relationship, this could be a business partner, something that fell apart with a business partner and you not knowing which way to go. Very interesting energy here, and really really a lot of confused energy. So I don't know if you even know what you want the answer to be. Do you want the answer to be yes, or do you want the answer to be no? I feel like you might not be completely sure about that. But you do have a vision of how you wanted things to go. And it might just be that after this Tower moment, that vision doesn't fit anymore. Because the Star here is really a hopeful card. It's really a card that that's looking forward to the future, kind of showing you that you could shoot for the stars and ask for whatever you want and have it. But there really might be a sense of not knowing exactly what that is, exactly what you would ask for if given the opportunity. Yeah, there's definitely a sense of some kind of renewal. And then here with the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords, a lot of the time, this is you winning. Like the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords can show somebody who was in a conflict and who did come out victorious, but it's almost like wondering if it was all worth it, wondering if they were willing to win at all costs, and if what they're left with is ultimately what they want. So then this Eight of Cups energy, I don't know if it is ultimately what you want when it does turn around and appear that everything is going well for you. I think this is really a question of Should I stay or should I go with this Eight of Cups? So I think your answer is yes in the short term, and probably no going forward. But your no answer isn't something that that the cards are actually saying. This is a decision that you're going to come to yourself. I think this is a situation where you're pushing really hard to make something go exactly like you want it to go. And when it does, you're going to look at that and realize that that's not exactly what you wanted. And you're going to end up walking away from the very thing that you are hoping to bring in right now. So it's really going to be a reevaluation. Yeah, I think this is a lot about your intuition. You're going to have to access a lot of intuition in order to make this decision yourself. So unfortunately, you might have been hoping for an easy yes or no, but it's not really that simple, and you probably already know that because you have a lot of confusion here. You're very, very confused about what you want and what you think is going to make the situation right, what you think is going to resolve it. So with the Lovers, again, I really do think that there's a strong chance that this is about a romantic connection. And if there was a sudden breakup, a sudden loss of communication from this person, and if that's the case, this was really something that you didn't see coming, and it confused you a lot. You just didn't know why they weren't reaching out anymore. They weren't communicating anymore. They weren't seemingly interested anymore. And it really caused you a lot of confusion and maybe a bit of insecurity in areas that you don't normally feel insecure. Like maybe you thought this was all unlocked and you thought everything was cool, and then they just disappear and you're like, what the heck happened? Well, are you going to come back together with this person in this case? Yes, I think you will. I think you're going to find harmony and find that partnership. The question is, will you stay? Will you ultimately decide that that's the relationship that you want to be in? Or if this is, let's say, a work scenario, maybe there was some kind of shake of your foundation around your job and your career, and it left you confused. You really didn't see that coming. Will things resolve in a way that you feel like you're redeemed in that situation? Yes. Yes, your answer to that is yes, because there's definitely a sense of redemption here with the Lovers and the Star. But it will leave you questioning if it is as fulfilling as you wanted it to be. Like, did it really fill your cup? Did it fill your cup? Did it fill all 8 of your cups? Did the relationship satisfy you and fulfill you in all of the ways that you were looking for it to? Or were you just kind of holding on to something just out of fear of losing it, out of fear that there wouldn't be anything else for you? So kind of a lack mentality. And you're not, it's something I don't think you're going to realize that until you're in the situation. So that's not to say that the situation absolutely does not fulfill you, but it is to say that you're going to find yourself questioning it. And the conclusion that you come to after your questioning, that's all up to you. That's a different reading. That's something for you to ponder later. So will it work out the way that you're thinking would be best? Yeah. And then you're going to have to evaluate if that's what you really want. And that's actually a really good thing, because everyone should be evaluating things every now and then and not just taking it as it comes and just expecting it, like taking it for granted. So in a relationship situation, yes, it's great to evaluate, to check in and to see if this relationship is still fulfilling to you. And it might ultimately be something that you decide to stay in, but you will need to question whether all the fighting was worth it, whether fighting for this thing was worth it, fighting for this connection, fighting for this position, fighting for this place to live, fighting for this opportunity to pan out. You will question whether all that fighting to get this thing was what you really wanted in the end. Like, was it worth all that fighting? Is this really where I wanted to go? You're going to evaluate what's in these cups and then come to a conclusion from there. If ultimately you decide that it was worth it and you want to move forward with it, then you're going to be better for having gone through all of this and evaluating and understanding that this is really what you wanted in your life and coming through this place of confusion, really breaking through that. But if you decide that it wasn't, then you're going to be off on a whole new path. Like, if this wasn't what you wanted, you're off on a whole new path. Still better and wiser, and really in a place of being more clear about what you do want to bring into your life and being more clear about what will fulfill you. Because this person really is, in this case, finding themselves walking away from cups that seemed full and seemed fulfilling, and now maybe not so much. So that's up to you. Yeah, there's a lot of choice here. There's a lot that's up to you. Like, this doesn't feel like a situation where the ball is completely in someone else's court. I think you think it is in the beginning when you're still left confused about what's even going on. Okay, that's a lot of cards. We had 3 cards come out. I think that you might think that this decision is up to someone else, but ultimately it is up to you. And I see you having 2 points of major choice here. Here, when we approach the Lovers, this is a chance for you to choose. And then here with the 8 of Cups, it's another chance for you to choose. So 2 times the ball is in your court and it's up to you to choose. So I think you have a lot more control over the situation than you realize. We have expression here. So this really could talk about you expressing yourself, you figuring out, deciding what you want and expressing that and being brave enough to, I mean, this really focuses on throat chakra energy, really being brave enough to make that choice. Like, I don't know, I'm really picking up on you think that this is up to someone else, and it's really not. It's really up to you. Perseverance, definitely going to be required in this situation for you to kind of stick with this and persevere a little bit, because there's a lot of choice, there's a lot of confusion, and maybe some upheaval and regeneration. So, yeah. I think you're going to be better for all of this, and it's really going to teach you how to make these choices and ask for what you want, how to really ask for what you want and guide your life the way you want it to go, and not be so reliant on someone else making decisions or deeming you worthy. Like, you are going to be choosing yourself now after going through this. You're going to be really seeing your own value and seeing that you're worth it, and really making that choice to put your energy into yourself and what's going to be fulfilling to you. You're not just taking taking what people want to give you anymore. You're not just accepting what comes your way at this point. So, advice card popping out for you. Time to process. This is exactly this 5 of Swords, 8 of Cups energy. This is you kind of processing, reevaluating what happened, like what just took place, and keep dropping a lot of cards. I just want 1 card for group 2. Yeah, this is definitely there's going to be a lot of contemplation about this, and things will work out. We had new you pop out here, so yeah. by the time you're through this situation, you're going to be a brand new person, whether that's because you do stay with the situation or because you make a choice to do something else. But it is going to be a life-defining moment for you to take the authority to make this choice for yourself, to choose yourself, and to really evaluate, like, do I even want this? Do I even want this job? Do I want this opportunity? Do I want this relationship? Do I even truly want this, or am I just attached to the idea of having it? And either way, because your answer to that question could be yes or it could be no, but the point of this is up to you. This is really up to you. And once you take the authority in this situation, you're going to be like born again, new you, regeneration. You are going to be regenerated. You are going to find a new version of yourself from exercising your ability to choose. Okay, group 2. A lot more in your court than maybe you expected. A lot of choices up to you. A lot of thinking necessary here. You need some time to process. So yeah, there's going to be maybe a little bit of downtime for you to kind of mull all of this over and figure out what you want to do in this situation and evaluate if you are being fulfilled and satisfied in this situation, rather than always worrying if you are filling someone else's cups. Let's ask, do they fill yours? Does the job fill your cups? Does the relationship fill your cups? Whatever your situation may be, does it fulfill you? That's really the question. Okay, I think I'm going to end it there. That is all I have for you. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey group 3, if you picked the Rainbow Tarot, this is your reading and we're going to get a yes or a no answer for the question that you have on your mind. This might be a question that you're asking for yourself, or you might be asking for someone else, but I'll do my best to try to interpret the cards in as many ways as possible so that we can get some specifics and details about your particular situation. So this is a general reading and everyone has a different question. So kind of take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm going to try to, like I said, just interpret the cards in as many ways as possible so that you can get a feeling for the situation that you have going on in particular. So while I'm shuffling these cards, have your question on your mind and we're going to see what comes through. I'm looking for 6 cards here and we're going to evaluate them in terms of whether they come out in the upright position or in the reversed position. And then we will look deeper into the cards to see what details we can pull out about your answer. So 2 of Pentacles coming out in the upright position. Okay. The King of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Excuse me. Group 3. Answer to Group 3's question, yes or no? Yes or no for Group 3? Okay. King of Wands in the upright. 2 kings, one right after the other. Okay, what just happened? Did something flip? I don't think so. Group 3. 3 more cards for Group 3. Answer to their question, yes or no. Okay, we have the 6 of, all 3 came out. Okay, the 6 of Pentacles, Judgment in the upright, and the Ace of Wands. Your answer, based on the positioning of these cards, is an outstanding yes. So you only have 1 card in the reverse. This is a definite yes answer. And a lot of positive energy here, a lot of really great cards showing up for you. So your question might have something to do with a topic that you've been mulling it over for a long time. You've been kind of like on the fence about it, going one way, then going the other, and kind of juggling that. So this Two of Pentacles shows somebody juggling these two pentacles. And that could be an indication of kind of just like your uncertainty, and I think you've just been a bit unsure about this. Now you do have a lot of pentacles coming through in the reading. The Two of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. So your question could very well be about a financial matter, about your job, your career, your finances, your success in a business venture or something like that. And it does look like you'll have success with a business venture, or with just material things in your life. A lot of material success. If your question was about material success for you or for someone else, definitely there is success here. The King of Pentacles did come in reverse, but I don't think that in this case it means that you won't have that success. Sometimes when the King of Pentacles, or when any card is in reverse, it really talks about more of an inward energy. So this could be inward contemplation regarding finances. We'll look back at that, but really there is a lot of success here, and I can see that with the Six of Pentacles showing up here, because this is an abundance that's able to be shared with others. This isn't just enough abundance for you. This is like your cup overflowing. I know we're talking about pentacles here and not cups, but like your wallet overflowing, let's put it like that, that you have more than enough in this situation. So if your question is financially based, or maybe it's not directly about finances, but maybe just about success in business or in your chosen career or field of study, definitely success is in your future here. I think it's not just that you're going to find success, but I think you're also going to find systems and processes that make you feel more accomplished and feel more productive, and like you're able to juggle things, like you're able to manage things, kind of like a new level of productivity, you finding a new level of productivity. So yes, this could be about career, finances, and processes within business, but this could also just relate to your life in general and how well you feel you're managing things. This could be a relationship, and you now feeling like you're able to juggle and balance the relationship, whereas before you struggled to do it. You might have struggled to maintain the relationship and put everything that you wanted into it while also dealing with your other responsibilities in life. And now you'll be feeling like you're finding a little bit more balance with that. So in that way, in terms of balancing things and being more productive and feeling like you're managing your time well, that's success that you're going to be having. I think that potentially, if we're looking at this from an aspect of where you might want to look out like for yourself a little bit, the King of Pentacles really can show somebody who overworks themselves a little bit. So I am seeing that you're going to have success, and that success is probably going to come through a lot of hard work on your part. But I do want you to be careful that you're not overworking yourself, because this King of Pentacles in reverse can show somebody that's overworking themselves, and you do reach a level of success with the Six of Pentacles, enough to be generous and to have more than enough to give others. But let's not do that at the expense of your health, your sanity, your mental clarity, and, you know, at the expense of having a bit of fun in life. So if we're not looking at a work situation, we might be looking at a relationship situation, and the same would apply. Don't put so much of yourself into something that you end up burning yourself out. Make sure that you're still in this Six of Pentacles energy, still able to give, whether that's giving financially, emotionally. Make sure that you're able to still give of yourself, and the only way to do that is to preserve your energy and to take care of yourself before you kind of pour out and pour into other people's cups. So I do think you will find success, whether that be financially or in terms of some sort of relationship. And that doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be relationships with your friends or family. You will find success in balancing all of that. And you'll be generous. You'll be giving of yourself, of your time, of your finances, of your energy in general. But do be sure that you don't give too much. And I do think that that King of Wands is kind of here to remind you of that, because the King of Wands is somebody who is not only just a leader and a really fierce presence, but also somebody who's very charismatic and social. So I think there is a bit of a reminder here that while you are finding success, and while you are figuring out how to juggle things, and really being a master of time management and a master of giving to everyone that you want to give to, that you are taking time to kind of loosen up and get out, socialize, and shake things up a little bit. Like, don't get too bogged down with whatever kind of responsibilities you've laid out for yourself that's going to allow you to feel like you're achieving everything that you want to achieve. Really focus on breaking that up a little bit, and not having life become too monotonous, so that you can enjoy. Like, you want to give to other people, you want to be very giving of yourself, that's clear, but make sure that you are enjoying yourself as well, because that's going to be important. You're able to give more to others when you are fulfilled yourself. So then the Judgment card is showing up here, and that's really bringing you a lot of clarity, and here you're really making a final call about something. So if this is something you've been really wondering about, and you're not sure if you can do it, you're not sure if you can manage, and you've been on the fence about it, I think by the time you get here to this stage, this Judgment stage, you're going to be really waking up to your purpose, maybe in life in general, but your purpose in this situation. Really waking up to that fact and making a final decision about what that is. And then you have the Ace of Wands, so you've got like a brand new beginning. I think you're going to be restructuring the way you do a lot of things. There's no telling what your question was, but it's almost like no matter what it was, this is, it's like it's triggering a whole new start for you, maybe in multiple areas of your life. So your question might be regarding something that clearly affects a lot of areas of your life, and it might be something that you hadn't even thought would affect so many areas of your life. But definitely, once you get this under control and you kind of find your footing in this situation, you're going to be setting out on a whole new path. And I think it's one that you're really pleased with, one that you're really excited about, because aces are all about new beginnings, and wands are really about a lot of inspiration, a lot of spiritual connection. So this is going to be something that you feel really passionate and you'll have a lot of momentum behind you to do this. Like you won't have to make yourself, you're not going to have to try, because it's something that you really feel great about. So you're definitely going to find success in whatever area you're asking this question about. And not only will you find success about this one part of this, like this one question that you might have, you're also going to be finding a new element, a brand new area of expansion and success in your life once you have crossed this bridge. And really the only thing that's jumping out to me as like it might get in your way is purely just burnout. Like, don't burn yourself out trying to get to this place. Don't use yourself up in hopes of achieving this, because I think you have a lot of help, kind of spiritual guidance here, a lot of strong guidance coming through here with all these wands and this Judgment card. It's like you're reaching some sort of gate, and almost like leveling up in a way. So this yes is really a yes to level up in all areas of life. This is really interesting, you guys, because I could see this applying to so many things, but the most important thing is that it looks like it's going to really change your life. So you might have been asking about a relationship, and your question might have seemed simple to you, like, will this person call me? Will this person reach out to me? Will we reconcile? And that seems pretty straightforward, and like you just want to know yes or no, will it happen? And the answer is yes, it will happen. And even more than that, it will sort of change the direction of your life and bring you a lot of clarity and abundance in general. Actually be kind of like the launch pad for you to do so much more. So if it is a relationship, this very well could end up in a marriage, and that is something that allows you to pursue your passions and to feel more secure, and maybe makes you more financially stable when the two of you come together. So it's really going to have a greater impact on your life than you may have thought when you were clicking on this video. I'm seeing a bigger impact than I even thought when I went to answer your question. Really, this is going to kind of transform things for you. Let me get you a couple more cards. I just want to pull a bit of advice so that we can look deeper into this and see. And let me just think about these cards a little bit more. I do think if this is a question about health, this is definitely showing like a renewal of health and something turning around in terms of health. There's a lot of really abundant earth energy coming through here, and Pentacles always deal with everything physical, and that includes our health and well-being. So this is really just a time of vitality for you or whoever you're asking about. Really like an energetic and productive time of your life. And I do think that whatever it is that you're asking about is just going to have such a big impact on your life in general. And it's going to allow you to be so abundant and so giving in ways that you may have hoped you could be going forward. So you had insight come out. And I do think that this period is going to give you a lot of insight, especially here. And I might want to put this over by the Judgment card, because especially then, I think that's when you're getting the most insight into why this is such a powerful transformation or transition for you. Because right after you figure that out, you get into this Ace of Wands energy, and that's like a whole new thing. That's like catapulting you into the future. If you were, I don't know if I touched on this, but if this is about like wondering if you're going to get a job, get a certain position or get a promotion, absolutely you are. And when you do, it's going to really change things for you and probably allow you to pursue a lot of your passions and things that you hold near and dear to your heart, whether that's the job itself, like it's something you're super passionate about and you've been waiting to get into this field, or if it just frees you up financially or in terms of your time and gives you kind of this Two of Pentacles energy, gives you a little bit more time freedom and flexibility to pursue exactly what you want. It really could be that. Yeah, whatever this thing is, it's like totally working out. And I do see you as being very abundant during this time. Once you get your yes in the physical, I feel like in the spiritual, it's a big old yes. Like it's been yes. The answer is yes. Your guides are saying yes, yes, yes. Like this is turning out, this is panning out for you. I had 2 cards come out for you, but I feel like once you get this, it's like you're reborn. It's like a whole new you and a brand new start. Deep knowing. You may already have a good feeling that this is going to pan out for you, and you just clicked on the video because you're curious, but yeah, you have a deep knowing that something's right, that something's going right. And especially when you get here to this judgment portion of your journey, it is about that deep knowing. It's about you really going within, about you figuring out exactly what's important to you and really kind of coming alive and being able to pursue things in a way that you didn't know you would be able to, or maybe you did, because maybe you had that deep knowing. Okay, boundaries. I think, like I said, this was all really, really positive. There was one thing that I wanted to point out as a warning to you, and that was to not overwork yourself and not drain yourself with this King of Pentacles in reverse. So boundaries here. Don't overwork yourself. Don't try too hard here, because honestly, it's already like working out for you. It's already going in your favor. You don't have to overwork yourself. You don't have to strain. You don't have to stress. It's kind of a time for you to kick back and like let it happen. Really establish those boundaries. The Six of Pentacles energy could be talking about that too, because once you're finding the success and you feel like you have a lot to give, you still want to make sure and guard your energy, guard your finances, guard everything. You don't have to be stingy, but you also don't have to be taken advantage of. So I do think you're coming into an abundant time in your life, whether that's in love or finances or just abundant in health. Either way, don't squander it by giving away too much. Take care of yourself, have some fun, be social, lighten up a little bit. I think that's going to help. We have Get Centered coming out. So I feel like that's just exactly what I was already saying. So let's get another card, because you really do want to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind so that you don't approach this in a way that's going to be too draining to you, and keep those boundaries well in place. Have fun. Definitely, that's what we were just talking about. Total King of Wands energy. Loosen up, have fun. Let it happen. Like, just let this come in. Don't worry so much about how you're going to manage it all. Don't worry about if it's going to be easy for you to deal with your yes answer. Just have fun with it. Just have fun. Let it happen. It's already happening. You're going to have more than enough, no matter what it is that you're asking about. Love, finances, career opportunities, friendships, just fun adventures in life. You're going to have more than enough. On top of that, you're going to be able to balance it all. You're going to be able to handle it all. If that was your question, if you can handle it, like you have a new job opportunity, can you even handle it? Absolutely, you can handle it. And not only can you handle it, you're going to, it's going to kind of like trigger this whole rebirth and renewal, and you really getting in touch with yourself and being able to pursue even more things that make you passionate. So if this is love coming into your life, you're going to feel passionate and drawn towards doing other things that make you feel love and feel excitement and feel alive. It's almost like a snowball effect in this case. Once things start going, once you get this yes, once it really happens, it's just going to unlock more areas of your life for you to get a yes in. So it's like you've got yes, 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 yes. Like all you need to do is watch your boundaries, watch your shielding, keep your shields up a little bit, not to a place of being blocked off and guarded, but just guard your energy. Don't get too excited because you get the new position and overwork yourself. Let it unfold. It's going to pan out. It's going to be something that brings you a lot of abundance and clarity about yourself. It's going to bring you so much clarity that you're going to be making leaps and bounds in your life in other areas, not just in the area that you asked the question about. So group 3, I guess I'll leave it there. I wasn't expecting that much. I thought I would just like get an answer to your one question, but I think I kind of got an answer to a lot. So it's probably a lot for you to take in. Take one thing at a time. You don't have to worry about the fact that you're going to be in this Ace of Wands energy and you're going to be like totally pursuing things that make you feel passionate and lit up inside. Don't worry about that right now. Have fun, let it unfold, and just kind of take it one step at a time. But definitely, yes, all good vibes here. Just watch your energy, watch your boundaries. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for tuning into your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you feel like doing it. And I'll see you in your next reading, group 3. Bye. Hey group 4, welcome to your yes or no pick a card reading. We are going to get your answer from the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And this might be a question that you have for yourself or for someone else, but just keep your question in mind while I shuffle. We're going to try to interpret the cards in as many ways as we can because we've got a lot of different questions being asked here. Oh, okay. That's too many cards. That's too many cards. We'll take the ones that flipped over. I'm looking for 6 cards, so we'll see how many came out. Okay, that was 4. Interesting. Interesting cards already. Okay, let's get 2 more cards. More cards for group 4. Yes or no? Yes or no for group 4? Knight of Wands in the upright. Okay, and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. All right, you have 2 cards in reverse, 3 in the upright. So if we look at it in terms of that, then your answer is yes. We have more cards in the upright than in the reversed position. But let's look deeper into this and see what we can discover. Right off, we're looking at the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles really talks about, it can be a card that sort of shows somebody being a bit greedy, holding on to their material possessions. And it doesn't always have to be greed. It can be thoughtfulness and maybe just a little bit of a frugal nature. It can suggest a need for control. So I think that you do have a yes here. We've got the Star in the upright position. We've got the Knight of Wands in the upright position. So I think things are really going to be moving forward for you. But I do think that there might be an element of you trying to control the outcome of the situation a little bit too much. Also, we have the Seven of Wands here, which is really a lot about conflict. And I think in this case, it just shows your inner struggle with this. You're really trying to push things forward in the way that you want them to, the way you want things to go, how you want it to pan out. And I don't think that you need to do that. I think you might need to loosen up, loosen your grip, you know, let go, loosen your grip on the reins just a little bit and kind of let things unfold. The Star card kind of looks at things that are like mystical. It's giving me vibes of the universe right now. So it's like, let the universe take control of the situation and stop trying to hang on to it so tight. Stop trying to force it into submission. Also, here we've got the Eight of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. The Eight of Pentacles is all about work, hard work, dedicated and sometimes monotonous, so very repetitive work. And in this case, I think this really is your repetitive need. Like it's like you're kind of compulsively holding on to this. I am feeling like this could very likely be a romantic situation, romantic connection, something you're worried about in terms of relationship because of the way that it seems like it's on your mind all the time. And we have the Knight of Wands coming through here, very passionate. So it's interesting because all four, well, I'm not going to tell you what the results of the readings were, but there are words of warning that have been present in a lot of these readings. So in this case, I think that really what you want to look out for is your need to control the outcome of the situation, because you really don't, you don't have to. You need to leave a bit more of this up to the higher forces. You need to kind of let the universe, or however you look at that spiritually, you need to kind of let that force take control of the situation and stop putting so much of yourself, stop being so obsessive. I feel like really this feels very obsessive to me, and it's interesting because there's no swords out on the board, so I really don't feel like this should feel as mental as it does, but it really does feel kind of obsessive. Like whatever this question is, you've been really worrying about it, wondering about it, holding tight to the outcome. And I think it would be in your best interest to let go a little bit. I think that the main thing that I want to point out here, especially because all these pentacles are coming through. So the way that I can tell that it's really, this is an area where you feel passionate and you feel a lot of almost concern, worry about the answer, worry about the outcome. You know, it really could be a love situation. This could also be a financial situation because you have a lot of pentacles here, and we have pentacles showing up in the beginning of your reading, in the middle of your reading, and the end of your reading. And there is just this need to kind of release, kind of let go of the outcome about this just a little bit. I know that's a difficult thing to do when we're talking about finances. That can be really hard to do. I think this might be more of a case of like you realizing that you already have everything that you need. So if this is a financial question, yeah, things are going to go in your favor. The financial situation that you're wondering about, worrying about, I feel more drawn to say, is going to, it's going to work out in a way that that is pleasing to you. And I do think with this Knight of Wands, that's going to happen pretty quickly. It's not something that you're going to have to worry about for much longer. However, I do think that there is a need to stop worrying about it. And it might even be that things aren't able to pan out the way that you want them to until you stop worrying about it. You're going to have to kind of like put this wand down, stop fighting against everything that's trying to work this out for you, and just calm down a little bit. Yeah. in a lot of situations, we need to work harder. And I think this Eight of Pentacles is really drawing my attention to that, because in a lot of situations, it's, you know, focus more, work harder, put more effort in, make the connection, reach out, take the action. And in this particular case, it's not like that at all. It's like, stop. So in that case, this could give an opposite energy to like the yes energy, the like everything's going to work out energy. I think it is still that it's going to work out, but this isn't really a so much a forward momentum type of reading. It's not that it's stalled either. I mean, you have the Knight of Wands here. There is momentum here, but I feel like it's really up to you to settle down a little bit and stop worrying about it so much, and to look at everything that you already have in your life. Wonder, like, ask yourself if you need to cling on this hard to the outcome of the situation, if you need to work this hard, or do you need to look at what you already have going for you. The Ten of Pentacles is really a card of like having it all and having a lot of abundance and financial security. Not just finances, but all things in the material world. So really, I look at this card as like having the dream. And of course, you've got the finances, you've got the wealth, you've got even generational wealth here. You've got a lot going on here, and it really is like having everything you always wanted. In the reversed position, it can represent losing all of that. But in this case, with this Eight of Pentacles in a reversed position as well, I really think this is more a case of like you need to look around and see what you already have going for you. And that's going to allow everything to rush in and put your mind at ease. But like you have to put your mind at ease first. What a challenge. Like, are you ready to step up to the plate, step up to that challenge? Because you are going to have to really find it within yourself first to have a bit of peace about this situation and to stop fighting yourself on this situation. You might be fighting yourself more than anyone else here. So yes, if it's a financial situation, I do think it's going to all work out in your favor, and you're going to have everything that you wanted to have. If that's a job that you're really counting on for financial security, you're going to have it, but you need to drop the worry. And if this is about a relationship, I think you're going to have it. You need to stop worrying about it, and you need to stop trying to control it. And you may already have it. Like you may already have everything that you want, and you're just not seeing it somehow. It's kind of interesting because I know that when we find ourselves in these places where it's like you need to look deeper, you need to look a little harder, and you need to see how you already have the blessing that you're asking for. It's so hard when it's you. Like, I know when it's me, it's hard. It's like, no, I don't. No, I don't have that. I still am looking for it. I'm still waiting for it. And sometimes you need to look around and see that you do already have it. So it's almost like you don't even need to be worrying about if the answer to this question is yes or no, because it's like you already know that it's a yes because you already have it. Super interesting here. I do think there is a strong sense of some kind of security, like you're looking for security. You want a positive answer about something that's going to make you feel secure, which of course can be financial, but it could be a relationship. Like you want to feel secure in your relationship. You want to feel like you're not fighting constantly in your relationship, that you're not fighting for your relationship, that you're not the only one fighting for your relationship. You want that reassurance and that security. And I think you will get it, but it will come a lot easier when you let go a little bit. Don't cling on Don't try to control every element of the situation in order to get the outcome that you want, because it's not going to help. It's only going to prolong this instability that you're feeling. There's like an unstable feeling here, and it might be less real than you think. I do think that with the Star here, I mean, there's a lot that you have to look forward to. I think there's like almost miraculous changes that can be made here once you let go of the need to control the outcome. This is a very interesting reading, you guys. And I think I'm learning a lot from it as well. So we all have areas where we can definitely loosen up a little bit. Especially people who are like doers, who are focused on doing and making things happen. I think this is really a message that you don't need to do so much in this situation. This might be the way that you work through all of your problems. You buckle down and you do the work. You try hard and you keep trying. You bang away at it. You hammer away. You work nonstop. But in this case, I think you might be almost producing more of what the exact feeling that you want to get away from. And it looks like the feeling that you're looking for is a feeling of security. And that's going to help you to look forward to the future. The Ten of Pentacles can also talk about shared success, like in its reverse position. So it can be success that's not individual to you. So this could be a situation where you are in a partnership of some kind. It could be a relationship or business partnership, but you might need to let whoever else is involved in the situation play a bigger role, play a more dominant role. Let your business partner take control of some things that you've been reluctant to relinquish control of, because that's what's going to get you your ultimate success in the end. That's where your true yes lies. Your true yes isn't in the here and the now, but in the journey that you're going to have to take in order to get there. And the journey that you need to take in order to get to your yes is really to let go of a little bit of control. If it's a relationship, you know, let your person show up for you. Let the universe take control here and mold things into the way that's going to make you the most happy. It's not necessarily that you need to put your nose to the grindstone, so to say. Like it's not necessarily that. It's more that you need to allow this a little bit more. So you have intuition number 8 coming out, drawing my attention again to this 8 of Pentacles. So I do think this is really an area of focus for you. The number 8 also dealing a lot with financial success. So again, this could be a financial question that you have, some kind of financial concern. I think you are going to have to tap into a little bit of your intuition and trust a bit. Tune into that more spiritual side of yourself, tap into this Knight of Wands energy, and allow for a lot of this to unfold rather than trying to work at it. Like some things you can hit it with a hammer and it's not going to make a difference. You can hit it with a hammer 1,000 times and it's not going to make a difference. And I think in this case, you might be looking at something like that. Healing. Yeah. You guys, I get the feeling this is something that you struggle with, that you can find yourself in a place of struggle with overdoing it a lot and with a lot of worrying. A lot of clinging on, a lot of worrying. So again, like no swords on the table, and it's still like that because it's all very physical for you. Like you have the worrying, you have the mental distress behind this issue, but you also have a lot that you do in the physical world to try to counteract the effects of this issue. So like if it's a relationship and your partner is just not acting the way that you want them to, they're not giving you what you want, you will try to do things to change the scenario. You know, you'll try to plan conversations or plan interactions, plan dates, do things, figure this out, figure that out, look this up, look that up. You're putting in so much work to whatever this is, and you actually need to cut that out a little bit. Let your intuition guide you and stop feeling so compelled to work, to do all the time in life. And it's going to be really therapeutic for you because this is an area that causes a lot of stress for you. And there is no need to stress out this much about, not about this thing you're worrying about, because you're actually going to get what you want. It is actually going to pan out the way that you want. You just need to not worry yourself so much that you can't see it. When you get your 10 of Pentacles over here, you want to be able to see that. You want to be able to recognize it. You might already have it and you can't see it and can't recognize it because you're trying to make everything better. I do get, oh my gosh, you guys. You had 2 cards just come out. The top one, though, is exactly what I was just saying. Allow. You just want to allow this to unfold and allow it to happen. Let go, you know, let go a little bit. Let go of these 4 of Pentacles. Don't cling. And then we have forgive. So that, again with the healing, it is going to require a little bit of some kind of forgiveness on your part. It's going to require that you let other people kind of do some of what it is that you've been doing. Let them take the role, take the responsibility off your hands. I think you've been doing a lot. You've been putting in a lot of work, which is admirable, but it might be holding you back a little bit. And it's going to make it take longer for you to get where you're trying to go. It's going to make it longer for this whole thing to unfold if you aren't willing to relinquish a little bit of control and allow these things to happen. So, group 4. I feel like these readings got deep. They got deeper than I intended for them to. You might have felt drawn to some of the other piles. There's probably some advice for you in any of the piles that came before yours, because they all went in a different direction than I anticipated, but actually a really good direction, because we get a little bit more insight. We get more than just a yes or a no. We get to know a little bit about the entire scenario and what we can do to take more control over letting this unfold the way that we want, what lessons we need to learn, and how to implement them. And in this particular case, I think that you've got more working for you than you might realize, and you need to take a little bit of time to appreciate that and to just let the universe do its thing. You can't be in control of everything all the time. You can't do that. You can't be in control of your romantic interests. You can't be in control of how financial issues are playing out for you. You can't be in control of your family. You can't be in control of everything all the time, and you don't even want to be, because the universe has so much more to offer you than you can ever conceive of. So let the blessings pour in. Let some unexpected things happen every now and then. You don't have to control it all. You don't want to. You don't need to. It's not good for you to, because it really does almost keep you boxed in. It's going to keep you limited. This thing that you think is kind of like is your superpower, this ability to just work on it, to keep going, to keep trying to make it happen the way you want it to, it's not always working in your favor. it'd be better to let the universe do it. The universe is going to do it in like some cool way. It's going to do it in some easy way. It's going to unfold magically for you when you allow it to happen instead of trying to force it. Okay, so group 4, it's a definite yes. It's a definite like star energy, Knight of Wands energy. I want you to focus on these 2 cards because what this tells me is let the universe do it and it'll happen really fast. You keep trying to do it and it'll slow down. You're getting it either way, but it's a lesson you need to learn. You can't work as fast as the universe can. You can't orchestrate things as beautifully as the universe can. So just take your hands off of the steering wheel for a minute, stop gripping so tight, and just kind of let things do their thing. And you're going to have everything go in the direction that you want it to. So, interesting reading. I really enjoyed it. I'm learning lessons from all of these readings, so I hope you are too. If you learned anything, if anything resonated, drop me a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you feel like doing that, and give me a big thumbs up. It lets me know that you like the video, so I know to keep making more of them. I will see you, group 4, in your next reading. Bye.